Thank you.
The war may be going on in Ukraine, but the country is already planning on a major reconstruction. And leading the way is a top mobile and digital operator. It's called Kyivstar, and they just merged, becoming the first major Ukrainian public company on the NASDAQ in the United States.
Now, company leaders rang the bell today, an exciting moment for them and the people of Ukraine. The company, Kyivstar, also has a parent company called VEON. The chairman of the board and VEON founder, Augie Fabela, and their group chief executive officer, they were there to ring in the bell with their team.
Well, it's a very big company, and now they're spinning off Kyivstar, which has been highly profitable and is expected to do very well in the coming months and years as that construction gets underway. As of now, the stock is trading up about 20%. And joining us now, chairman of the board and founder of Kyivstar parent company VEON, Augie Fabela, along with the head of the office of the president of Ukraine, Andriy Yermak. Welcome to both of you. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us this afternoon. Yeah, we have a lot to get to, of course, about the launch. Big news here. But first, I would be remiss if I didn't ask about today's all-important meetings with, of course, Special Envoy Steve Witkoff. Andriy, can you tell me, was there progress today?
First of all, it was very productive and important meetings. And of course, I'm started to inform Steve Witkoff about the last attack over the Ukraine. And just in Kyiv, we lost 23 persons, including 4 children. And I just have the opportunity to show the photos with this terrible tragedy. Of course, this meeting will be a continuation of these great meetings 10 days ago in the White House between President Zelenskyy, President Trump, and also 7 very powerful leaders of Europe. And of course, after these meetings, all of us hope to see any signal from Moscow that Putin is ready for the bilateral meetings, because it was agreed during the summit in White House that first bilateral meeting, then trilateral with participation of President Trump. Unfortunately, what we see during this period of time, we didn't see any signal just for the preparation of these meetings. And of course, this terrible attack, it's not demonstrated that Moscow have the political will to end this war.
Augie, kind of the same question to you. I know there's a lot of work that has to be done in reconstruction and getting things back on track. What do you think about the progress thus far? Would you call it progress?
So we've been believers for 27 years. We've been in that country, but ever since the invasion occurred, we've seen nothing but opportunity, and we've made big commitments and investments. We made a $1 billion investment commitment. The listing today on the NASDAQ exchange really is an opportunity for us to get American investors into Ukraine, to really give the opportunity to see the benefit. And there is great benefit. The business is good. We have great support from the government, from President Zelenskyy, that they want business investment, particularly from the United States, but globally, because NASDAQ is a global exchange. So we find it very exciting and great opportunities.
Very much so. And Mr. Yermak, as that reconstruction is already being looked forward to, how does this factor in?
You know, why today's event, as my dear friend Augie said, it's significant and this is historical, because first of all, it's demonstrated that Ukraine living, Ukraine fighting, and Ukraine looking for the future, and future with United States, the future with American business. And because now, after the White House summit, we started practically every day to talk, to consult with our American partners, European partners, about the security guarantees for Ukraine. And one of the very strong elements of this security, it's economical security and investments. First of all, investments from United States. And today, what happened, you know, honestly, yesterday on the way to New York, we have in the difficult situation with the Prime Minister Sviridenko, because from one side we have such tragedy in our country, but and I just called to President Zelenskyy and consult with him, And he said, look, you need to be in New York, you need to be in these events, because it's demonstrated to our partners, to our friends, to all the world that we are strong. And this is the national interest and for United States to support Ukraine, because we have great perspective. And first of all, it's a reconstruction of our country.
And that's what we're here to talk about, the great opportunity at hand today that was celebrated down on the stock exchange. Augie, talk about that. Talk about the company, what you'd like investors, potential investors to know.
So number one, we're the only way to enter into the market and invest in Ukraine. So we want to be the first, but we want others to follow. We actually held a Invest in Ukraine Now symposium. We're opening an office here in New York to help promote Ukraine and opportunity. So what we want people to see and understand is that the economy is working. The economy is growing. We actually are doing better than we were at the beginning of the war. It's real. Yes, it is at war. It's tragic. It's terrible. Peace will come. But even now, before peace, there is a strong economy. People are resilient. And when you hear resilient, what that means is every Ukrainian citizen makes sure that they continue to function as normal. It's not normal, but it is their commitment and their contribution to the effort, and it's extraordinary what they're doing.
Mr. Yermak, what specifically do you want the American audiences to know about the future of Ukraine, not just from a business standpoint, but as an independent country?
First of all, it's very important to understand that just now, in this difficult situation, Ukraine not losing this war and Russia not winning. We are stand strong. And I can just answer to your questions by three principles. First, in some period ago, we asked, give us the weapons, and you can see how we are fighting. Now all the world recognizes that Ukrainians, one of the best in the history in the world fighters. Then we ask, please help us financially, and you can see how we develop our productions. Now all the world recognized we are leaders in production of the drones. It's recognized by everybody. Now we ask, please, press to Russia, push Russia to the table of negotiations. And you can see, and in the table of the negotiations, on the table, we will be winner, because we are strong, and we are what we want just and lasting peace. And was great phrase of the President Trump during this summit in White House. He said, I'm not interested for the solutions for the months and just for the couple of the years. I want for the long period of time. And this is possible only for the just and lasting peace.
A message of strength indeed, and thank you for sharing that with us and, of course, with our Newsmax audience.
Pleasure.
All right.
Thank you.
Augie Fabela,
Thank you very much.
Mr. Andriy Yermak, thank you very much for joining us on American Agenda.